Prabhave, Gajanana, Shri Guru Yatindra Raghavendraya, Paramapuja Avatar Avadhuta Jagadguru, Shri Datta Ganapati Sachidananda, Shri Ramakrishna Paramahansa Maharaja, Sharda Mataye, Ramana Maharshi, Mahavatar Babaji Maharaj, Lahiri Mahasaya, Yukteswar Giri, Yogananda, Gauranga Nitai, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Trailinga Maharaja, Bhet Narayana, Sadashiva, Brahmendra Maharaja, Nib Karori Maharaja, Adiguru Shankaracharya, Chandrasekhara Saraswati Maharaja, Mahavatar Babaji Maharaja, Lahiri Mahasaya, Yukteswar Giri, Yoganand, Anaghama Sameta, Gurudatta Maharaja, Nagajata, Jayalakshmi Mata, Jillalamudi Mata, Anandamayi, Anagha Sameta, Gurudatta Maharaja, Tara Mata ki, Jaya ho, Shri Padarajam Sharanam Prapatye, Shri Padarajam Sharanam Prapatye, Shri Padarajam Sharanam Prapatye, Shri Padarajam Sharanam Prapatye. Dear all divine associates and Jayana Guna Sankeerthana associates, today also we have been blessed to continue our Satsanga as a part of Bhakti Kriya Yoga through Jayanama Guna Sankirtana. It is, or it can be said that without the blessings of Samastha Guru Mandali and Mahavatar Babaji Maharaja and Yogananda Maharaja, it could have been never possible to continue the Satsanga every day. However, in our Satsanga, Bhakti Kriya Yoga, we are relearning the Autobiography of Yogi, wherein which we have been blessed to continue our Satsanga through first chapter by relearning my parents and early life. So yesterday, our Yogda Maharaja, Samastha Guru Mandali blessed us to relearn how important is the mother's appreciation, mother's faith, and as well as the Guru blessings, which is very, very important. From a small photograph, no one could have ever imagined that a photograph of a small photograph of Lahiri Mahasaya would really uh, help and stimulate the whole body and continue the vibrations on our Yogananda Maharaja and recover from Asiatic cholera. In addition to that, what we have relearned is our Yogda Maharaja, firstly, he was trying to he touched the holy feet of his mother, saying that, Amma, you had such a immeasurable faith. For that faith, see, that we call it as the faith will continue. Mother, because our Yogananda Maharaja is an incarnation. However, he did not attribute to his own inwardly devotion or meditation. He attributed it to his mother. And we also relearned that very importantly, one should have strong devotion and sincerity, and everything is possible with a doctor, without a doctor. So the Asiatic cholera, which was striken very badly to Yogananda Maharaja, and he recovered, and inwardly, so mentally he was praying to Lahiri Mahasaya, and this we call it as law of miracles. And we also relearned that some Samastha Guru Mandali, some guru or some gurus may demonstrate for the only benefit and upliftment of the soul, for the higher purpose. They only show some little miracles only to build up faith among the devotees. Now the satsanga continues like this. O omnipresent Master, I thank thee that thy light hath healed my son. Amma is telling, Jnana Prasunamba. Amma is telling, O omnipresent Master, you are everywhere. Because Lahiri Mahasaya several times used to say that why you wanted to come to me to see my flesh and body. I am omnipresent. I am within the range of your Kutastha Chaitanya. I am omnipresent. So the word is very, very true. That truthful word was re-expressed for benefiting Jayanamuguna Sankeerthana who are listening now and who could listen in coming days. How faith develops and how Guru will take care, how Guru will help us to progress spiritually and as well as balance both material life and as well as spiritual life. So, oh omnipresent master, Amma is telling, wow, such a great thing to Lahiri Mahasaya, Paramapuja, His Holiness, Lahiri Mahasaya. O Omni Master or Omnipresent Master, I thank thee that thy light hath healed my son. So Amma is telling, Omnipresent Master, you are ever and ever. You are forever. And we are very thankful to you that in the form of you and you yourself, including with God, you have helped my son to heal better because Asiatic cholera is very, very critical thing that we have relearned it. I realized that she too had witnessed the luminous blaze through which I had instantly recovered from a usually fatal disease. So Asiatic cholera, our Yogda Maharaja described it. It is a fatal disease. So he's telling, Yogda Maharaja is telling, I realized, Amma, he's talking about his mother, Yogda Maharaja, ours Yogda Maharaja, ours Mukunda, brother Mukunda. Yogda Maharaja realized that she too had witnessed because he was on the bed mentally, inwardly, he was trying to meditate upon Lahiri Mahashaya and he was gazing at Lahiri Mahashaya and Lahiri Mahashaya also, of course, because he is in a condition, very feeble condition. He could not utter a single word and he doesn't have much energy to even to do salutations. So that is only one reason. So Amma told, you deeply pray within yourself. Lahiri Mahashaya will come and do it. So he also says, Yogda Maharaja is telling that, yes, as I saw it, the luminous blaze, Amma also would have seen through which, so that vibration, that energy, which has been passed from Lahiri Mahashaya photograph, it is not a photograph. It is himself, His Holiness Paramapuja Lahiri Mahashaya. He is himself. So instantly made that vibration to recover from a usually fatal disease. So doctors also have lifted their hand. We cannot help it. That was the case. But instantly it was happened. So what we have to relearn is that everything is possible by the Guru's grace. One of my most precious possessions is that same photograph. See, Yogda Maharaja is telling us that people generally have a tendency that by looking several times the same thing, the perception will get changed. That is the reason in spirituality, abhyasa, the practice. What Yogda Maharaja is telling us is one of my most precious possessions. So, what we have to relearn through Jayanam Guna Sankeerthana is any deity, idol, image of Guru, of God are very, very precious because there is no difference between their physical form and their photograph. See, Babaji Maharaj is with us, Lord Shiva. He is Lord Shiva. So, one of the most or my most precious possessions, Yogda Maharaj is not talking about wealthier or wealth or assets as possessions that we have to relearn. So, the Guru grace is the only very, 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 very precious possession a bhakta or a devotee should seek. Given to father by Lahiri Mahashaya himself. How did he get this picture? Lahiri Mahashaya blessed Bhagavati Bha Charan Ghosh. Bhagavati Babu, Lahiri Mahashaya uttered these, made these statements. Bhagavati Babu. Now, after that, in one instance, Bhagavati Babu has been blessed by Lahiri Mahasaya, by given to father by Lahiri Mahasaya himself. He gave this photo picture. How great it is. Guru giving his own picture. That means he's always there with us. Of course, we buying it and taking it also is a classic possession. Nothing wrong in it. Because without the Guru or God's will, bless and wish, it is the thought will not come out. The thought of purchasing also will not come to us. Now, it carries a holy vibration. Since the moment when Lahiri Mahasaya has given this photograph to Bhagavati Babu, since then, the photograph is carrying holy vibrations. Holy vibrations. Just imagine. So, he is physically there with Bhagavati Babu and our Yogananda Maharaja family. The picture had a miraculous origin. So, what would have happened? How this picture has come? Because there is only one picture of Lahiri Mahasaya. So, everyone wanted to know how did it come? Lahiri Mahasaya himself gifting to his devotee is of great, no words. So, he says the picture had a miraculous origin, very miraculous. See, as we have been relearning that these miracles are only to uplift the soul, increase the faith, and help the devotee or disciple to progress spiritually. They are not for any other reason. I heard the story from father's brother disciple, Kali Kumar Roy. So he heard who Yogda Maharaja, because he is very much interested in listening to all tales, different epic tales which were being told or discussed in Satsanga by his our Yogda Maharaja mother to all the children, and the same with Avinash Babu. Now Kali Kumar Rai, one of the brother disciples, he is also friend of our Yogda Maharaja's father. So he heard who Yogda Maharaja about the miraculous, holy, vibrated origin of photo picture of Lahiri Mahasaya. So now, hope you will also enjoy by looking at Lahiri Mahasaya for a while. Yeah, please have a look and please write Jaya Paramapuja Lahiri Mahasaya. Is it visible? Okay. Jaya Paramapuja Lahiri Mahasaya. Please write Jaya Paramapuja Lahiri Mahasaya. Lahiri Mahasaya is blessed all of us. So this is the photograph. Of course, blessed. This is one of the other prints which has been coming from many times. I mean, from many times or from many years. It appears that the master had an aversion to being photographed. Not it appears, it is true. Lahiri Mahasaya never encouraged a photograph to be taken. His photograph. Why? WHO, why? Because they're not for masses. God and Guru are not for masses. We should relearn that. They are very secret. They work very secretly. They are very confidential. Yes, it's true. God is not for masses. Why? If God and Guru blesses everyone, no one will be in Maya. Everyone will be within the range of holy feet of our Sadguru. That is the reason he also, Paramapuja Lahiri Mahashaya, never and ever accepted for a photograph that to be taken by anyone. However, because he was very much had a aversion to being photographed. Over his protest, a picture was once taken of him and a group of devotees, including Kali Kumar Roy. Look at that. So this holy vibrated Lahiri Mahashaya's photograph has a long history, and that was being told by Kali Kumar Roy in a satsang to our Yogda Maharaja. Look at that. Now, so he started narrating the story. Yogda, Mukund, like that he would have been telling. Mukund, do you know the holy vibration, the photograph which you are carrying and which has helped you to recover very fast? Do you know the origin of it? Like that, he would have asked. So Mukunda Maharaj was just listening and he would have said, no Kali Kumar Roy uncle, like that he would have told. Now Kali Kumar Roy, the brother disciple, he's also a devotee. So started telling the Paramapuja Lahiri Mahashaya doesn't have any interest in taking a photo picture of himself. He was very much had an aversion to getting or to being photographed. However, over his protest, that means Lahiri Mahashaya never encouraged. But people, a group of devotees thought, hey, let us take one photo picture like that. They thought. And of course, Kalikumara was also part of those devotees. Hey, Lahiri Mahashaya is not interested, no problem. However, we can take picture with love only. They thought, with love only, they thought we will take one picture and keep it with ourselves. Nothing wrong. Like that, they all have discussed. It was an amazed photographer who discovered that the plate, which had clear images of all the disciples, revealed nothing more than a blank space in the center where he had reasonably expected to find the outlines of Lahiri Mahashaya. Look at that. Now, this is a miracle. So, all the group of devotees, they took a picture, thinking out of love only, out of joy and love, out of guru and disciple relationship. Oh, ours Lahiri Mahashaya. Any of Lahiri Mahashaya is not interested, but no problem. We have to have one photograph with us like that. That means even though when they were following, when they were seeing, when they were talking, when they were moving, when they have understood Lahiri Mahashaya as a guru, they did not recognize really who is Lahiri Mahashaya. See, they were thinking, please understand, this we call it as uh, doubting or having no faith. Yes, because what we have to relearn is generally for the sake of guru disciple relationship, we may follow one guru. I'm not talking, Shivana is not talking about you. You all are learned people. Shivana is talking to himself. Shivana wanted some guru. That's the reason for the sake of having a guru. So a guru with a physical form is being understood by Shivana that he is also equivalent to me. Shivana also doing sadhana. Guru also is doing sadhana. What is the big difference? He is also sitting for 4 hours in meditation. Shivana also is sitting for 4 hours meditation. See, this is a generic problem which is diagnosed in spirituality. How? Why? Now, how is important than why? HOW, how? Because he's also same like us, Guru. He's also working in railways, Lahiri Mahashaya. He also got married and he also been blessed with, hope if Shivana is not wrong, uh, 4 or 3 children, two male and I think one female, like that. Anyway, we will understand that. So they might be thinking that he is also of same kind. So even to understand Guru requires Guru grace. He or she, the Guru, who is a living abode of God, divinity personified, but out of our ego, out of our over anxiety, out of our over enthusiasm, over of our ignorance, and overthinking about our intellectuality, we may get misled. Shivana, not you. You all are learned people. Shivana will never criticize or comment anyone. This is a promise made to Babaji Maharaj and Appaji, Sri Ramakrishna Paramahansa Maharaj. So Shivana, thinking that by reading so many scriptures, Shivana is thinking Shivana knows everything. My guru also is doing for 8 hours dhyana meditation. Shivana also is doing 8 hours meditation. Where I am less to any guru? Like that, we don't know from where that ego stint will come. Like that, they all were thinking that Lahiri Mahasaya is a normal personality, is a guru like. See how he shackled. The moment all the devotees, including Kali Kumar Rai, took a photograph. Very surprisingly, amazed. It was an amazed photographer who discovered. Amazed photographer. Very, very, very interesting photographer. Probably he might be thinking that he's one of the best photographers in those days. Anyhow, he has taken. But very amazingly, surprisingly, there was a clear image of all the disciples, but revealed nothing more than a blank space. So, Lahiri Mahashaya was sitting in center and all other devotees were surrounding. They stood like encircling it or in a circular form, semicircular form like that we have to think. Yes, yes, like a U curve. They were standing. They took a photograph. Now, very surprisingly, every disciple devotee was there in a picture, but in center, where Lahiri Mahashaya is supposed to be there, Lahiri Mahashaya is not there. The outlines of Lahiri Mahashaya were only like a dark or some kind of a light. No Lahiri Mahashaya in the photograph. The phenomenon was widely discussed. Now look at that. All the devotees sat together. Hurry, what is this? There is no photograph of Lahiri Mahashaya. We all are present there. Revealed nothing but blank space. There was nothing in between the or middle portion of that photograph. Widely discussed. Now, see how it happens. A student who was an expert photographer called as Gangadhar Babu. Out of those spiritual disciples, of course, one known extended devotee called as Gangadhar Babu. Expert photographer in those days, boasted that the fugitive figure would not escape him. Look at that. See, now he started boasting himself to all the other, because in wide discussion, probably you would have also heard about it. Then he started telling, boasting himself, don't worry, I can. My name is Gangadhar Babu. I will take. And I'm 150% confident that this fugitive figure would not miss or escape from my click of the photograph. Like that, he was boasting. This is actually Dussanga. This is not Satsanga. What happens generally in Satsang, in to have an association, one should only speak about the positive things. Any expression or any statement which is portraying I. So the other disciples should not hurt the person. For example, Shivana sitting with 15 people and Shivana is a photographer. Shivana is boasting himself. I can take a picture. How Lahiri Mahasaya will miss? I am the best photographer. Like that, Shivana is telling. Other disciples should not hurt Shivana. They have to tell him that you please understand the Guru first. Like that. instantly. It is only an example to narrate it with photograph picture. Any other uh, satsanga related issues? This is the very positive sign. So someone is boasting, someone is telling that Shivana is telling, I've been to Himalayas several times. No, we wanted to know what is her experience in Himalayas. It is not that Shivana is telling, I've been to Himalayas 3 times, 2 times, 5 times. It will, Shivana also should control and say the only experience of Himalayas. Number one. If Shivana is missing to say that, other fellow devotees should not hurt but make him understand, like with love. Shivana, we are very happy that you have been to 3 or 4 times. Good. Can you share your experience with us? Very delighting experience so that we can also get that lovable experience which you had, at least to some extent. Now, it is completed. For instance, now three people are going out of the satsanga, and when they were driving the moped, stopped, discussed for half an hour about the ego state of Shivana. What is that Shivana is telling? What is this? Very bad. Devotee should not speak about the third person. No criticism. Once it is completed, it is completed. That's it. We should not utter a single word in the absence of a fellow devotee. This is very important point in satsanga. Ha! If you wanted these two people who are going on a moped, they stopped, halted somewhere, and they were discussing about Shivana's experience of Himalaya, for instance. They can share the divine experience. Why they have to comment Shivana? I hope everyone understood. You all are learned persons. However, so these all things are very, very important in satsanga. We should not get, we should not belittle, we should not get an idea of finding faults with anyone. Criticism is not allowed in satsanga. God will never appreciate that because in the eyes of God, everyone is same. Probably that moment he made Shivana to boast himself. No problem. God will take care. Like that, we have to think. Now he boasted. Who? Our Gangadhar Babu. Yes, I will take it. Now, the next morning, as the Guru sat in lotus posture on a wooden bench with a screen behind him, Gangadhar Babu arrived with his equipment. So he decided that no, he cannot escape from my photograph. He thought himself, he started and prepared very well. He came with an equipment. The next morning, Lahiri Mahasaya was sitting on a lotus posture on a wooden bench in Kashi. There is a wooden bench. So Mahashaya is sitting in lotus posture, backside with a screen behind him. A small screen is available. Taking every precaution for success, he greedily exposed 12 plates. Greedy. Because why greed comes? Out of pride only greed comes. I am. Out of I, greed will come. Out of ego, greed will come. Out of pride, greed will come. Because what is greedy? Greediness, just for example, identity. The greediness here is identity. He wanted to get identified by his fellow friends that I can take the picture of Lahiri Mahasaya. How bad it is. No, he took every precaution and exposed 12 plates. Tick, click, 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 like that 12 times. He pressed the button. On each one, he soon found the imprint of the wooden bench and screen. But once again, the master's form was missing. Look at that. This is great miracle of Lahiri Mahashaya. He is not ordinary. Lahiri Mahashaya, one of the fond devotees of Mahavatar Babaji Maharaj. we will also learn about relearn about Lahiri Mahasaya. Mahavatar Babaji Maharaj in Rani Khet in Himalayas, he called Lahiri Mahasaya. Lahiri, you have forgotten the cave wherein which we both sat for so many years and restlessly. Our entire effort was on the holy feet of God. Lahiri, you have forgotten. See how important Lahiri Mahashaya is and his personality for spiritual seekers. He is one of the fond devotees or disciple of Mahavatar Babaji Maharaj. Now, he boasted that I will take it. But soon he found that only wooden bench is there, screen is there. Master is not there. Only photo is there. With tears and shattered pride, Gangadhar Babu sought out his guru. Look at that. 12 pictures or 12 plates. Click, 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 click. And immediately found nothing. Lahiri Mahasaya is missing. Only that wooden bench and screen. That pride has broken. Tears and shattered pride. It would have went like, see now how Guru helps. Probably our Gangadhar Babu is very, very, very blessed to relearn, because it is not that easy to get rid of ego and pride. Lahiri Mahasaya, without any this thing, he purified the soul because he ran into tears. He purified the soul. This is a Guru grace. Look at that. Such a drama which has happened to purify Gangadhar Babu, because he is also a devotee of Lahiri Mahashaya, Kalikumar Rai and others, all were disciples. Guru will never have the discrimination that he's a good Shishya, he's a bad Shishya. But Shishya will have discrimination. He's a good Guru, he's a bad Guru. Never and ever say. If you love all the Gurus, someone was asking in Satsanga, why Shivanna? Samastha Guru Mandali, you will say. Why? You are mixing up all the Gurus. Then Shivanna told, oh, my dear fellow devotee, I am very thankful that you are trying to enlighten Shivanna. Good. Jivavodi, good. Please be informed that if how much time it would have taken, my dear fellow devotee, think. Just imagine how much struggle Shivanna would have gone through, how much struggle, hurdles, challenges, mental impressions to get rid of the duality. She was awestruck. Shivanna, what does it mean? For instance, if you look at Mahavatar Babaji Maharaja, can you imagine Dattappaji in Mahavatar Babaji or your Guru? I think she was following some Patriji and all. Shivanna asked. He did not raise the voice. He asked, can you see Patriji in Mahavatar Babaji, Bhagwan Sai Baba in Mahavatar Babaji, or Datta Appaji in Sri Ramakrishna Paramsa Maharaja? You are discriminating. You see your Guru in every Guru in your Guru. That is the classic exemplary of Jaya Nama Guna Sankeerthana. Then she was awestruck. Yes, Anna, I cannot. So please be informed. So if you have the duality that my Guru is best, that Guru is bad, what does it mean? God is never happy. Can you see holy Jesus Christ in Lord Krishna? If you can see, that's final. If you can see Christ incarnation in Lord Krishna, that is final. Can you see Lord Krishna in Christ form? That is final. That's what Shivana told. Shivana did not say. Babaji said it. He stimulated Shivana to say this. Shri Ramakrishna Paramsa Maharaj also said the same thing. If we are with dualities, where is the spiritual sight? After and all, when you are following a guru, you could not accept the other guru. Where you are heading, boss? Like that, she was thinking. Where you are heading? The guru which you are following or you are following, good. You have to have that 100% love, no doubt in it. But it necessarily doesn't mean that there are no other people. The whole universe is Guru, the God. He is omnipresent. He has taken many forms, and everyone can teach us. From everyone, we have to relearn. That what Sri Ramakrishna Paramsa Maharaja says. So she was almost awestruck. And she was asking, how many years it has taken to make all the forms as one? It is in physical satsanga. In online, it is impossible to explain that experience. Yes. So, if you can see Christ in Krishna, Krishna in Christ, Babaji in Sri Ramakrishna Paramsa Maharaja, Yogda in Sai, Dattappaji in Yogda, Yogda in Dattappaji. It is the highest order of spirituality. So, they would have, Gangadhar Babu is very, very lucky. Lahiri Mahasaya, within no time, he helped him to purify the process. He ran into tears. And it was many hours before Lahiri Mahasaya broke his silence with a pregnant comment. So Lahiri Mahasaya is observing everything with his spiritual sight, not with ordinary sight. Very nice of it. We are running short of time. Please write Jaya Paramahansa Yogananda Maharaja. Jaya Paramahansa Yogananda Maharaja. Yeah, finally, this also to be told. So, what is the bottom line? Essence. What is the essence? Simple. You respect all gurus. You respect, love all the gurus. Follow one guru if it is needed. If not, from every guru, we can learn many things. And finally, God Himself will appear before you with the image or the form the way you wanted. Final. 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 It happens. It happened. शिवाय गुरवे रुद्राय नमः 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 शिवाय Shivaya Gurave Rudraya Namaha, 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 Namah Shivayam, 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 Shivaya Gurave Babaji Namaha. Shivaya Gurave Babaji Namaha, 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 Namah Shivayam, 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 Shivaya Gurave Rudraya Namaha, 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 Namah Shivayam, 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 Shivaya Gurave Babaji Namaha. Shivaya Gurave Babaji Namaha, Shivaya Gurave Babaji Namaha. Why Samastha Guru Mandali is blessing Jaya Nama Guna Sankeerthana? Because Om Aim Hrim Shrim Shivarama Anagha Dattaya Namaha, Om Aim Hrim Shrim Shivarama Anagham 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 Dataya 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 Namaha, Om Aim Hrim Shrim Shivarama Anagham Dattaya 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 Namaha. Because of Samya Bhava, one hand Bhagwan, one hand material life. That is the philosophy which was being blessed to Jayana Guna Sankeerthana. Samastha Guru Mandali ki Jai. Samastha Guru Mandali ki Jai. Samastha Guru Mandali ki Jai. Anagha Datta Maharaj ki Jai. Anagha Datta Maharaj ki Jai. Anagha Datta Maharaj ki Jai. Tara Mata ki Jai. Tara Mata ki Jai. Tara Mata ki Jai. Jaya Nama Guna Sankirtana ki Jai. Jaya Nama Guna Sankirtana ki Jai. Jaya Nama Guna Sankirtana ki Jai.